I go to school in North Carolina, and they have a
Mhm.
maritime archaeology program there. So it's all underwater shipwrecks and stuff. And one of the most famous shipwrecks found in North Carolina is the Queen Anne's Revenge, which was captained by Blackbeard, which is pretty
Blackbeard
cool.
is, can I just
Yeah.
interrupt you? Blackbeard is черная борода. Если вы знаете такого пирата, черная борода. Вот. Патрик говорит сейчас о нем. Okay, sorry, Patrick.
No, you're
Just
good.
go on.
Yeah, so that wreck's pretty awesome, and they're still working on it. They found it, I think, back in the 80s or 90s, and they're only like 40% done. So they've got a lot of work to do. But there's all kind of cannon and like shipwreck stuff, and just a few doors down that's being conserved. It takes a long time, but
Okay. So you find it very interesting, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. Yeah, the program's great. We get to scuba dive and
Mhm.
learn all kind of little methods of mapping shipwrecks.
Okay. So how long have you been doing this? I mean, how long have you been into the pirate thing?
Oh, forever. Yeah, like since I was a little kid. Yeah,
Mhm.
this guy knows.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
pirates
we
and
can see
stuff.
that. Yeah, pirates.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. We can see that. It's the right
Yeah.
guy to ask about pirates. Okay, great. So, what was the craziest thing you've learned about pirates? Can you share with us?
Craziest pirate thing. So
Yeah.
mostly the stuff here is all Blackbeard. He was like
Mhm.
he was gnarly. He was a really just bad pirate, and everything you see in like the movies and read about it's really like romanticizing him. He was kind of a psychopath, but
Oh my God.
kind of a smart guy when it comes to like nautical stuff and pirating. But he used to lock everyone inside the ship, like his own
Oh.
crew, and he set everything on fire so that
mhm.
he could see who would last longest in hell.
Oh
And
my
he
God.
won. He won. Yeah, everybody just tried to escape, and he stayed in there. So that's pretty crazy. If that's true, we don't really know, but it's part of his, I don't know, like background, just myth.
Okay, I have a question for you. One of my favorite movies is the Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, with Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp. Of course,
Of
everybody
course.
knows. Did Jack Sparrow exist in reality, or
Nope.
somebody like him? No, it's just a fictional character.
He was based on quite a few different pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, one of them was named Calico Jack Rackham. He was a pirate from Jamaica, and yeah, he was very like, how would you say, extravagant, like Jack Sparrow. He wore really nice clothes. That's where he gets the name Calico from. I think it was a type of cotton they used. So yeah, he was kind of like a weird character, and I think like Johnny Depp based Jack Sparrow off him a lot, as well as Keith Richards with all the
Yeah, all the crazy things. Yeah, and acting.
yeah.
Great. Okay, so thank you, Patrick, for introduction. So it's very interesting for us. I guess now we can ask our participants to go for their questions, right? If you have your questions for Patrick, or you can tell us your stories about your adventures, your desires, dreams maybe, or maybe you can ask Patrick how to actually follow your dream if you have something like in your mind that really drives you like him with pirates, because
Yeah, or if
yeah,
you just have any questions about
yeah,
the United States or English speaking, like
America.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
was native speaker?
Yeah. Okay, who is the first one? Who would like to start with? Taisia, what about you? Can you ask us some questions or tell us a little bit about yourself? No, just try.
He's raising his hand.
I think yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Guzal, we can I don't know your name because Unfortunately, I can't hear you, but I hope that you can turn your sound on. Нужно включить звук, потому что сейчас он выключен. Я сейчас попрошу включить. И мы будем ждать вопроса. Да? Включи звук. Вот. Yeah, we can hear you. Hi.
Hi,
Hi. What's your name?
Tharweet.
Oh, nice to meet you. Do you like pirates?
I don't know,
I don't know.
but I like shipwrecks.
Cool.
Really cool.
It's cool.
So, what do you know about shipwrecks?
That they can be really old, like 1800 years old or something.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to ask Patrick about shipwrecks that he examined? No, you don't want to?
How old are they?
Yeah, Patrick, tell us. What
How
about
old?
your shipwrecks? Yeah.
So the Blackbeard one
Mhm.
wrecked in 1718, I think. So that's pretty old. But the shipwreck I'm looking at for my thesis wrecked in probably like 1880, 1900.
Mm.
So in this part of the world, getting really old ones compared to Europe, where like civilizations basically started, it's a little different, right? So there's still Mediterranean shipwrecks they're finding that are, thousands of years old. So I haven't really gotten a chance to look at those yet, but they're there.
Well, maybe somebody of us that's in the future, they can also start examining ships and find something new. Okay. Do you have some other questions for Patrick? I can
Were
see
there
that.
ships that sink? Were there Greek ships that sink?
Ah, the Greek ships that sink.
Yeah, so quite a few, but interestingly enough, when you think of like a Greek ship, you think of like what you see in the movies, right? The triremes with the eye on the front and all the rowers, right?
Yeah.
We've never really found one of those yet. They're actually they're like, they call it iconography. They actually just look at ancient like drawings and depictions of these vessels and they try to figure out what it would have looked like in real life. So those kind of triremes, we haven't really found any yet. We've only really found the rams that are on the front. The Mediterranean boats that we have found are from the same time period, but they're just like different vessels that were just used to carry like merchant goods and things like that.
Oh, we can see.
I
Yeah.
have a next question.
Please.
Hello, Patrick. Tell me, please, how did pirates choose the captain of their ships? Maybe it was the most clever person of their team or most power person.
That's a good question, and you kind of answered it yourself. It would completely depend on the situation. So sometimes, just the most powerful angry dude on a crew would just take control or something. Other times, if the whole crew themselves didn't agree with the captain or what was going on, they would mutiny, right? They would kick all the captain and his crew, like the officers, out and just take over. And from there, sometimes they'd be very democratic and they would elect one person to be the captain. Other times it was just up to whoever had the most knowledge. Yeah.
It's interesting. Thank you for this question, Stacia.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have some more questions or? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
Please.
I sorry for my
okay.
English.
Yeah,
Did
please.
pirates take some prisoners on their boat, on their ships, or they always killed everybody?
Again, it kind of depends on the crew. Some of the more famous ones were a little more gnarly, where they would just kind of like kill and leave people for dead. But most of the time, they would press gang people into joining the crew. So instead of taking them like prisoner, they would just take them on the boat, and then they were forced to like work there because where else are they going to go, right? Jump overboard in the middle of the ocean. So then that causes a lot of problems later on. When the pirates would be captured, half the crew would say, "Oh, but they forced me to do it," when in reality, most of them joined freely. Good question, though.
Thank you. I think it's so interesting, this theme about pirates. And sorry, the last question. Sorry for my English, maybe. Is it true that some pirates in some countries, in some governments, have had some maybe legalization from their government that they can destroy other ships of other governments, other countries, and that they could control some territory? Or governments always hate all the pirates and wanted to, I don't know,
Get rid of
prisoner
them.
there?
So, very good questions. Are you a pirate expert by any chance? Because it sounds like it. So, piracy itself is really odd, right? It's just it's a term that, when you break it down, means you're doing something illegal on water. That's it. And that term can mean different things to different people. It can mean different things to different countries. So you're right. At some points in history, there were some governments that said, "Hey, if you want to take your boat and go capture this guy's stuff, you're allowed to do it. Just give me a little bit of the profits." So there's two really good examples. One of them is England, and you would think, they have the Navy. Why would they need pirates? Before they had the really big Navy, they had a really big merchant force. And when the Spanish and England were at war, the English needed more ships. They needed more soldiers. So they called on all the merchants and said, "Look, they called them privateers, though, but to the Spanish, they were just pirates." They said, "Hey, look, go pillage all the Spanish ships and little villages in the colonies that you can pillage, and then take all their stuff. Give us a small portion, but yeah, it's all legal." So Francis Drake is one of the heroes of England and battled the Spanish Armada, but basically he was just a pirate. So awesome question, though. Yeah, it really just depends on the country and the person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can see that some people joined us as well. So please, if you didn't introduce yourself, I can see Ludmila and some other people. So just please, it's your chance to say something. Please go on. And I see that Taisia is going to say something to us, right? Taisia, do you have some questions for Patrick?
No.
No? Okay, maybe you can tell us something about yourself. How old are you? Taisia, how old are you?
9.
9. Great. Thank you. It's great. Okay. So somebody would like to say something? Please, Ludmila. Yes. Hello.
Hi, hello everyone. Hello. My name is Ludmila. Patrick, nice to meet you.
You too.
Unfortunately, I don't have an idea about the island. I had the previous question about pirates island. For me, it's I don't know how the pictures or something, but it's interesting topic, and if you know something about I want to have some information to be aware, if you know anything about the situation, unfortunately. But I have a couple of questions about the experience with Russian people. You want to know about our country.
Could you hear that? Because unfortunately, I couldn't hear it properly.
Yeah, it
Patrick,
sounds
you could hear,
pretty,
yeah?
no, pretty muffled. Yeah.
Okay. Luda, yeah, there was some kinds of disconnection. Can you just repeat your question one more time?
You didn't hear my question because
yeah, the last question, yeah.
Because
Hello.
Sound. Something wrong with my microphone.
I can't hear you as well. Patrick, did you,
No.
did you get,
It's pretty muffled.
Can you type it? Can you type it?
Okay.
Yeah, because unfortunately, yeah, I guess there's some disconnection. Okay, but if you type it, I guess Patrick will answer the question. Yeah. And I can see that we also have a pirate. Look, we have a real pirate.
Nice.
Yeah. Hi. And what's your name, pirate? Tell us your name.
All right.
Yeah. Hello. What's your name?
What? My name is Vlad.
Vlad. His name is Vlad. Great. Vlad,
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Thank you very much for preparation. It's very nice. I'm gonna do a print screen. That's really good. Okay. So Ludmila is typing her question. Does anybody want to ask Patrick or say something about herself or himself? Vlad, maybe you? Yeah, please. I can see raised hand.
My name. I'm 7. I'm 7.
You're 7? Oh,
Yes.
really? Your English is so good. Did you study it?
I just.
Yeah. Yeah, please go on. We can hear you. Okay, I guess there's some.
In my from the beach.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay, so who's next? Ludmila is typing. Okay. We also have here Oksana, Ksenia. Maybe you can also tell us something. Okay. Okay, Patrick, can you tell us? I could see. I think I could hear some questions that Ludmila was going to ask you. I think she was going to ask you about. Have you ever been to Russia? Did you have like lots of friends in Russia or something like that? So can you tell us a little bit about this?
No, I have never been to Russia. I met Allah in Bristol. And yeah, that's really the only Russian influence
experience.
I have. Good. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so she tried to teach me a few phrases, which I don't know. I don't even know if I could remember. What is it? I don't understand. Я не понимаю.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that a lot. But yeah, so I'd like to go. Felipe went to Russia, didn't he? He did, right? Was it for
yeah,
football or something?
Yeah, for the World Cup, I guess. Yeah, one of our mutual friends from Mexico. Yeah, he visited Russia during the World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So maybe somebody will ask Patrick to visit him or her and to talk about pirates in the future to give us a lecture.
I'd love to go, but yeah, the state of the world right now is going to make that a little difficult.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm still in school and very poor.
One day you will be a very famous researcher.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a question from Ludmila. Hi, everybody. Patrick, nice to meet you. Do you have any plans to come here, and maybe where have you been already? Okay. So about Russia, you have answered, yeah?
Yeah, haven't been yet. Would love to go. I want to go into the middle of Siberia, where no one is. I just think it's beautiful country and stuff. Oh, what was that story about the Russian family that fled during like World War I and they lived out in Siberia for like decades away from people?
Well, I guess
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but I guess there are many stories like this. I don't know, from time to time. Yeah, but I know that one very famous couple, they really moved to Siberia, and they were living basically in the forest. They raised kids there. Yes, trying to escape the modern civilization and just to be closer to nature. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
fascinating.
You want to be one of them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, okay, maybe Ksenia or Oksana can join us as well. Ksenia. Oh, I can see Taisia is on. Taisia, come back. Come back.
So I have a question.
Yeah. Okay, please.
What is this for school? Is this like an after-school program?
No, it's like a free class for everybody who would like to kind of practice the English skills.
Okay, like a club
level. Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we meet every Thursday, but because of your very difficult schedule, we had to reschedule it for Wednesday this time. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
So thank you for joining us. Yeah. So please, guys, I guess that Patrick has 5 more minutes with us. So if you have some questions, would like to ask him or to talk,
anything, yeah,
please go. Yeah. Here is the.
What is the old ship in the world?
There's quite a few Egyptian boats that they have that they found inside the pyramids. So those are probably the oldest, but there's Native American dugout canoes that are really old. Yeah, but I'd say probably Egyptian stuff is a good one, but they might not even work. So they found them inside the pyramids as like a burial ritual. So we know they had shipwrecks or ships that they used, but they haven't really found a shipwreck dated that old. They only have the pyramid ones. What is the jungle gym over here?
But it's so great. I guess awesome. It's a little pirate. Yeah, that's how pirate used to climb the ships, right? I think that's the way to present it. Yeah, thank you,
Nice.
Taisia. Thank you. Yeah, you're doing great. So you can see that Russian kids are very strong. You should see that. You're American citizen. Okay,
I have some question.
Yeah, please.
Patrick, if you lived in another time, would you like to become a pirate? Maybe in another life, another time?
Knowing all of the bad things they got themselves into, probably not. Maybe though, if I knew I could get away with it, but yeah, just don't get caught.
Okay. And we also have a question from Vlad here. Have you seen the treasure in the ships, or have you found any treasure? Well, you don't have to officially declare it.
No, but I mean, treasure is just a matter of opinion, right? So, treasure hunting versus archaeology is a big debate because we don't go out looking for gold and silver and stuff. We go looking for knowledge. So why did a specific culture build a ship a certain way? What can the archaeological record tell us that the historical record can't? So that's so treasure to me would be finding a really nice intact shipwreck that can tell us a lot about that culture we're studying. So it doesn't all have to be gold and silver, but that makes sense.
Okay. I guess Ludmila. Yes, now it's better. Yeah.
Yeah, really? It wasn't
Yeah. Try.
I lost all my hopes about my microphone. But at the end, after all, it worked. Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't hear the first part of this discussion. So could you tell me about Pirate Island? Why you choose this island for this meeting? It's interesting.
Well,
I only caught the first part of that. What were the questions?
Why you so interested in this island? I think I mean pirates of this the whole island about pirates. Why are you so interested with it?
why are you so interested in pirates? Yeah.
Oh, that's just like from ever since I was a kid, I loved it, and it kind of got me interested in like
So
ships.
it's from your childhood, right?
Yeah.
From the pictures, cartoons, or something.
Yeah. I mean, ever since
or the travel.
the what?
Because it's connected with adventures, travel, right?
Yeah, it's just like just romantic swashbuckling. You like those old Errol Flynn movies, black and white, and then they just evolve into Pirates of the Caribbean. And just as a kid, you just love that and find it fascinating that most of that was real, right? Like it's based on real things, and ships like that, actually sailed. And yeah, it just piqued my interest.
Do you have any favorite character from pirate story?
Oh yeah, of course. Jack Sparrow, of course, he's the favorite, right? Yeah. Barbossa, I liked him as a villain, but I like some of the real life characters like Blackbeard and Sam Bellamy. They're really cool. So I could probably do like one more question and then I gotta get going.
So who would like to ask the last question? Because Patrick has to go. Okay, yeah.
Would you like to meeting with us again, Patrick?
What?
Would you like to meeting us again?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to.
Okay, last question. Yeah, please go.
What was the newest shipwreck? The newest.
I don't know. They're happening all the time. Boat probably sank today.
Okay, so thank you very much, Patrick, for joining us. It was very, very helpful to us, and thanks everybody for joining. I guess when we can stay a little bit, if you would like, we can like talk 5 minutes or 10 minutes more in English and discuss the meeting. And thank you, Patrick. We know that you have to run to join your work. So thank you very much. And we really hope that once you'll join us again and tell us more about pirates, because we have so many questions.
Yeah, absolutely. This was fun. Okay. I'll hop on whenever, but nice to meet everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, guys, if you would like, we can practice our English a little bit more, just among ourselves. We can introduce ourselves, right? If you haven't done that. Or we can just go and have some tea with cookies at our home. What would you prefer? Would you like to speak a little bit? Did you like the meeting?
Sure, Patrick is an amazing and nice person.
Okay, so yeah, I hope that Patrick will join us one more time. I myself, we met Patrick 5 years ago when we were studying in the UK, and he's very interesting person because he knows a lot about pirates, and he's very keen and he's very interested in archaeology, in marine archaeology. So it's very nice to have him today. So, and thanks Vlad, special thanks to Vlad for bringing this pirate thing to us, because it was.
But what
Yeah. Oh, Ludo, unfortunately, I don't know. I can't hear you for some reason. Can't really hear you.
What about now?
What about now?
Much better?
Yeah, now it's better.
Good, you will be my sound check director.
Okay. So, and we also have here Ksenia and Oksana. So I hope that it was it was good for you, because we couldn't hear you, but I hope that you enjoyed the meeting. Look at this.
You have a sheet.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
I
We
think
can
Patrick
see the
should
pirate
see this.
expert here. Yeah. I'm gonna send the picture to Patrick if you don't mind.
He will be glad to see it, I think. It's from Pirate Trading Sheet, right? Black Pearl. Who is it? Is it Jack Sparrow? Yes.
Okay, guys. I guess that's now we can finish, right? Because Patrick has left and all the questions were asked, and I hope that next time we'll have one more interesting meeting as well. So давайте я сейчас уже, наверное, на русском, да, в следующий раз мы снова с вами в четверг встретимся, постараемся тоже вам найти очень классного спикера, пожалуйста, присоединяйтесь, я снова сделаю анонс, вот, будем вас ждать. Спасибо большое. Таисия, Влад, спасибо вам огромное. Вы самые лучшие. Спасибо. Ксения, Оксана, я надеюсь, тоже вам понравилось. Мы вас не слышали, но, может быть, в следующий раз увидим. Вот, Стейша. Спасибо.
Спасибо вам.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Да. It was nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye.